Omisakin, 290, opens up for the 83s. And the battle of the 83s is much anticipated as we have a rematch between Jurins Kengamu and Russel Orhii. Jurins, upset of the year, taking the title, but Omisakin taking the world record. And a lot of people think is the sleeper to possibly cause an upset himself.
He's got a huge deadlift and he's had huge PBs on his deadlift only recently. His best squat 305.5.
He's not looking to get the biggest squat of the 83s. Wow, that was quick, Joe. But he's going to have the last pull, we think anyways. He'll have the last say in that battle. And a lot of people believe that the winner of the battle of the 83s has a great chance to end up on the podium overall. Expect the crowd to pop for the local hero, Jurins Kengamu. Set the powerlifting world ablaze in Lithuania.
Well, what an underdog story that was, and he came out for that final pull and no one was expecting him to come away world champion. He absolutely smoked it.
Jurins himself said, "I thought I was contending for silver." Door of opportunity swung open, and Jurins, with a monumental moment, taking the 83 kilo title against the most decorated 83 of all time. Here's the rematch. Does lightning strike twice? 295 for Jurins. Wow.
I think we know his squat's been coming on, we know his deadlift's been moving well, and look at him, he looks confident, doesn't he?
The rest of the 83s are in serious danger.
And the crowd wasn't loud enough for him, he had to call them to shout louder.
Russell entering into enemy territory as Ade and Jurins, both Brits in the battle of the 83s, but Russell seems undaunted. He welcomes it.
Of course, you'd expect Russ to have the biggest squat.
Well, you know, it's a bit of a conversation, though. It depends if he can get all three in. Pay close attention to the depth.
That was so fast I couldn't tell.
Fast, snappy, but was it in? 3 white lights.
3 whites.
The jury is out of the conversation, and if they remain out of the conversation, you know what that means. 305, 15 kilo jump, and for Ade, this is just half a kilo below his personal best, Joe.
So the forecast we've got up there at the minute is what the positions will be if everyone gets their second lift. It's not going to be the positions after this lift. It's assuming that everyone gets their lift and Russel Orhii will be ahead.
290 was easy work for the world record holder.
It was, but this pretty much matches his competition best. But I know his training's been going really well.
It's interesting. Jurins is the world champion, but Sheffield is based off of world records, and that holder's Ade.
That was nice. He's got a bit left too. Now, he did say he didn't want to go all out on squat. He didn't want to take all his energy away because he knows he can answer with that massive deadlift.
Jurins Kengamu now. 312 and a half.
So much support in the crowd for Jurins. He's been around for such a long time, been competing internationally since Helsingborg 2019, maybe a little before that actually. Finally, he's at the forefront of the world's 83 kilo lifters. 312 and a half is best.
This matches that, but if you follow Jurins online, Jurins having the prep of his lifetime. You had mentioned a late bloomer here in his mid-30s, enjoying his prime.
Three white lights. Yeah, he's got it.
323, and Russel Orhii needs to be successful in the squats if he's going to win this battle and make his claim for a podium. Russell
Of course, he set the record in Lithuania on his second squat, but then controversially got his third squat overturned rather. Going to want to make sure of it here today.
Swagger in his step. Two-time world champion. A dominant force in the 83s, but 2024 saw several lifters threaten that dominance. Can he reassert himself here at Sheffield? It was fast.
He's certainly got a lot of strength there.
Three white lights.
Three white lights.
No jury discussion needed. And Russel Orhii has found the depth he needs. Coming into the event, 305.5 was his personal best. Well beyond that.
He's a great squatter though. And I think he looked a little bit nervous as he walked out for the first one, but who wouldn't with 3,000 people shouting your name? And he looks to have settled down a little bit. This will be a big PB, but I think he can get it. He trained at my gym back in 2018. Suddenly there was this kid squatting in the corner and looking so impressive even then. It's fantastic to see him. He's made his way all the way through.
Oh, and Ade.
No, he's not happy. He thinks they took it early. I could see on his face.
And did they?
I'm not sure.
And Jurins Kengamu, 317.5 for him. 5 kilo jump, a personal best for the reigning champion in the 83s. Jurins, of course, being threatened by countryman Ade, who was coming in with the world record. Ade missing his third. Jurins used to stepping up when you need to. It's not about world records now, it's about it is about world records, but it's also the head-to-head and how you accept that challenge. One thing to break a world record when you're on your own, another with people like Jurins and Russel Orhii going against you.
But if he gets this lift in now, which I think he's well capable of, he answers the challenge from the young challenger. No, it's not going.
And what a shocker. So much of the conversation was if Russell can go 3 for 3.
Yeah.
And now look at this. Ade missing his third. Jurins missing his third. My goodness, if Russell can hit 3 for 3. 338. 15 kilo jump, Joe. It's a huge jump.
It's ambitious, but you know, his second lift was pretty easy and he's an ambitious guy.
323 moves so well, I can't think 15 kilos is gonna stop him. Jurins missing his third, Ade missing his third. Huge opportunity here for Russel Orhii to seize command in this battle of the 83s.
I can no longer see the stage, there's people on their feet, they're chanting Orhii.
And it moves with speed as we wait with bated breath. 3 white lights, and the jury stays out of it. Russel Orhii asserting himself at Sheffield.
Finally has the squat session he's been looking for. I nearly sent Joey Flex out.
What a colossal showing, answering all the questions. Can he hit depth? Will he meet the standard? Two-time world champion, looking to make a statement, and he has. $177.5 for Jurins. This is a pretty big opener for Jurins, but he's really been working on his bench press. Back at the World Championship, open with 172.5, or 5 kilos over that. Might we see a 5 kilo jump from the total?
I think so, and that opener's been sliding up. 165, 167.5, 172.5, 175. So his bench has been moving really well.
He said, look, I'm never going to be the biggest bencher of the pack, but I just need to add those kilos to the total here. Well documented. Ade Omisakin, 180 kilos.
Only 2.5 kilos lighter than he did in Malta at the Western Euros when he put up the world record total.
Isn't that interesting? Ade missed his third squat. Did they have the conversation in the back? I'm not feeling 100%. Let's go lighter on bench.
Maybe.
You know, in the battle of the 83s, I'm not sure this is how everybody thought it was going to go. 192.5 for Russel Orhii, and Russell, in prep, has had a phenomenal bench training. 195 is previous personal best, opening just 2.5 kilos shy of that. He hit a huge squat with 338 in the squat event. If he keeps this momentum, his total is building at a rapid pace.
But Ryan, that 195 he did in Helsingborg, I think, back in 2019. And he's done some 190s and 192s since then.
Well, he finished the World Championships with 187.5, and he's opening with 192.5. What does that tell you? That's trouble.
We
That's
have
trouble.
got peak performance from Russel Orhii here tonight.
If you thought Lithuanians where the story ended, think again. 187.5. He's previously hit 192.5. 7.5 kilo jump from his opener. Weighed in at 82.5.
Now his world total record breaking performance, he did 305, which is squat, which is exactly the same as here, and 192.5 on bench. But we know just the world records are not going to be good enough today.
Yeah, here's the thing. I mean, he's pacing for his previous performance around 861, at least in the squat and the bench press event. But judging by Russel Orhii's performance, he's well beyond that today.
He really is.
Jurins Kengamu, 187.5. Jurins' previous personal best is 185. He said he's been working on his bench press.
He's been working on everything. Got more in his deadlift than anyone's seen so far.
Oh, the improvement on Jurins' deadlift. This is not over.
Nice. That's a PB for Jurins.
So while he lost some kilos in the squat event, he regains it on the bench. And his deadlift in his prep, we've never seen him so good. And 200 kilos stays on the bar for Russel Orhii. World silver medalist Russell heard all of the chatter online when he took his loss at the World Championships. Wanted redemption, and looks like he's pacing himself for it here today, but he needs more kilos.
He does, but he's never hit 200 in competition before. And usually his competition bench is significantly down on his bench at home, but he's so strong today.
If you're comparing performances, again, 187 at Worlds, we are so far beyond that. Talk about silencing the naysayers. Oh, they're going to be quiet now, aren't they, Joe?
He has. He has absolutely answered
They're
all
going to be
his
quiet
critics
now.
today.
If we're giving respect to Russell for the hard work he's done for his bench press, Jurins deserves the same praise.
Absolutely.
190. $2.5 kilo jump from his second attempt. But coming into this, 185 was his previous personal best. So solid gain in his prep. Just that
So
lockout.
close.
Not quite the day he's looking for. 2 for 3 in squat, 2 for 3 in bench. Is it enough given today, though, with guys like Ade and Russell?
Not when Rusty's having himself a day.
At a 5 kilo jump, 187.5. Move decent for him. This will equal the bench he got when he set the world record, of course. Russel Orhii.
Now, you know, if he came in at subtotal with the same as he got when he got the total world record, I'll be happy because I know he's got a lot more on his deadlift.
You know, the UK fans are hoping so.
But he's not getting it.
As 202.5 is loaded for Russel Orhii, I think this is the proper call. 200 kilos was stiff work. To be honest, the way things are shaking up, he probably doesn't even need the 2.5 kilos right now in bench, but you might as well scrap for him because, as you said, Ade's deadlift is a weapon with question marks around it. I wonder how big it's going to be. The prep has been fantastic.
It has been. I'm not going to say a number, but I think it's going to be a long way ahead of what he did in Malta. But look, Russell's pulled ahead now. He's going to be really hard to catch from the other 83s.
Russell, so many big performances, and looks like he's unpacking his biggest performance yet, on the biggest stage yet. The UK crowd, obviously, cheering for Ade, cheering for Jurins. It's bittersweet here in Sheffield. Oh!
And another one goes on the board for Russel Orhii.
And Russell looking unstoppable here today.
Absolutely.
6 for 6. Answering the call. 310 kilo for its opening pull. 850.5 total. That's over the world record on just his opener.
A fairly standard kind of opener for us.
Russell has pulled 340 in the 83 kilo class. Judging, wow, okay. I mean, he's just solidifying his total, keeping those world records in place. I was gonna say, Jurins Kengamu, 327.5, and a lot of people were shocked and rattled at his deadlift strength at the World Championships to clinch the title. In prep for Sheffield, it looked like he made improvements even upon that.
Yeah, I was expecting a big deadlift from Jurins today, but wasn't expecting him to miss his squat, wasn't expecting him to struggle with his weight.
Let's see how this all impacts his deadlift. Pulled 350 in Lithuania.
And it was an easy 352.
That was a smooth opener. So far, so good in the deadlift event. It seems like a sensible plan given Gustav has the higher lot number, and that's the advantage that lot numbers give you. Gustav just has to maintain the pace. And Ade Omisakin, 340.
Now, another lifter that hasn't had the day he wanted, but he should be able to make up some ground on deadlift.
He's a monster. Oh my goodness. He's a monster puller.
I'd expect to see him take a big jump now.
This young man, Russel Orhii, 330, will bring his total from 850.5 to 870.5. Move him from third to second. Russell looking to have a personal best performance here.
So yeah, moves ahead of Austin.
Can you imagine if Russell ends up in second place? And he just might.
Yep. Russ is absolutely on fire today.
Russell is looking untouchable here at Sheffield 2025. 342.5 for Jurins Kengamu. This will give him 842.5 total, keeping him in 10th place overall. Jurins falling a little behind Russell at this point. Ade's on his heels. Well, Ade's actually slightly ahead. He's looking to pull ahead from Ade.
This is where it becomes really difficult to tell, because although Jurins' deadlift has been going really well, the fatigue of the competition really starts to tell now.
3 white lights. Ade Omisakin, 357.5. We knew Ade was going to be the biggest puller of the 83s.
Yeah.
Second round of pulls, but he's looking to get himself into the top 5 with one more round to go.
This is bang on where I thought he'd be.
This will give him an 850 total.
But things haven't always gone so well, so. Missed his final squat, missed his final bench.
Oh, but the deadlift is there today, Joe.
Absolutely. And he's got a lot of room to move up there.
And how about Russel Orhii? Currently in second place, 342.5, can solidify that placing for everyone else who might try to take it from him coming afterwards.
Currently got an 870.5 total. This will give him an unbelievable 883.
883 kilo total for an 83.
That's 20 odd kilos on the world record.
Oh! And talk about flawless! Oh! Yeah, Joey Flex going to the jury. I gotta see a replay.
The only thing I can think of, did he beat the command?
I mean,
what's he going to get yellows for in deadlift?
I don't see the infraction personally. I didn't hear the command though. 352.5 for Jurins. He's hit this before at Silent Worker in the summer of 2024. It'll move him into the top 5.
And the way his deadlifts have been moving, we were expecting this and more from him.
He'll finish with 852.5.
Calling for quiet, but this is Sheffield. This is a noisy place.
Oh, and Jurins!
Look at T-Pull.
Miss his final squat, miss his final bench, but hits that final deadlift and gets a round of applause from the crowd.
852.5 kilo total.
That's a personal best in this weight class for Jurins.
We have 5 lifts remaining. Everyone is a world record.
It'll also nudge him past Russel Orhii in the battle of the 83s.
It will.
Can you believe? In the battle of the 83s for total.
Yeah. So this takes the total world record back too.
What a finish to that battle if he could pull this off.
I mean, he's not done anything like this on the platform before. But he has been hitting massive numbers in training.
Oh my God!
Oh!
Wow!
Oh my word.
And that is about as close as you get What a story that would have been.